Hi, hello. This is Bob Hatton. This is the Encourager. In the last few days, we've been listening to Jesus preaching the so-called Sermon on the Mount. He's gone up onto the mountain and he's speaking to the people who've come to him, the people he'd reached in Galilee, but also from Jerusalem and Judea, from Decapolis, the area of the 10 cities on the other side of the Jordan, but also from as far away as Syria. People had been touched by Jesus. They'd heard him, something had happened to them, and they'd come to him. Jesus looked at these people and he started speaking what we call the Beatitudes. He said, "Blessed are the pure in spirit. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who are mourning. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness," and so on. And he's actually looking at these people. He says, "Guys, that's you. You are the poor in spirit. You are the meek ones. You are the ones who are mourning. You are the ones who are longing for righteousness, for justice to come." And the people are listening to him and they're very, very excited. They're very blessed by what they're hearing. Jesus is speaking fantastic things to them, things that they'd never heard before. He's putting the world on the head. And when he's finished, they're so amazed, and they said he speaks like someone who has authority, not like the scribes. He has got authority, and we're going to see that this is true. It's not just his word that he speaks, but also his works are full of authority. And in the next 2 chapters, Jesus will meet a number of different people, and it starts in chapter 8 when he meets this guy who's suffering from leprosy. Now, leprosy is a disease that at that time anyway was incurable. It is a disease of the nerves and the skin, I suppose, the ends of your body, the fingertips and the tips of the ears and nose and so on, the toes. The nerves and the end of the body, they die, and then the tips of the body starts to fall off. So the people who have leprosy, you can see it even today where this disease is prevalent, and you see that people have lost the fingers and sometimes in some cases also the hands or their arms. The noses have gone, the ears have gone, and so on. And somebody said that leprosy is death centimetre for centimetre, and this disease was incurable, but it was also very contagious. So the people who had the disease had to leave the community. They weren't allowed to live in the city. They lived just outside of the city in their own colony. And I suppose these people, they would help themselves, they would look after one another. But this guy, he's all by himself. He's even been he's not even in a colony of lepers. He's alone. This guy he's sick with this leprous disease. He's been thrown out of the community. He's on his own, probably lonely, despairing, and so on. And his dignity has gradually eroded, and despair has set in, and hope for the future has waned, is gone. He's no hope at all. But then he comes to Jesus, this man who speaks as one who has authority, not like the scribes. And he comes and he says, Jesus, he throws himself at the feet of Jesus in a position of worship. He's worshipping the King of Kings. He's worshipping the King of the kingdom of God. He's seen something here. And he said, Lord, if you want to, you can make me clean. You can heal me. And Jesus says, of course I want to. Boy, and this guy is healed. And Jesus says, well, go to the priest and do what you have to do and get a certificate that you're healed so that you can enter back into the community. And so I suppose that's what he did. But you look at this person, you look at other people, people with all kinds of problems and all kinds of issues, and you look at them and you think this is impossible, that anything could change in the life of this person. But you know, later in this narrative of Jesus, the king of the kingdom, God's Messiah, the Christ, the one who's been anointed, he gets arrested, he's sentenced to death, he's crucified. They put the nails into his hands and his feet. A spear goes into his side, and he's dead. So they take his body down, they put it into a grave, and a huge stone. I've forgotten how much it weighed. You can work out the weight of it by these various clues in the Bible. But it was like 1 3/4 tons heavy, and they rolled it probably downhill. They rolled it in front of the grave, and they put a guard on the grave. And this guard, I suppose we'd call them today, were special forces. They were the tough nuts. They were the really hard soldiers, and they were guarding this grave. But during the night from Saturday to Sunday, something happened. The guards had run away. They'd gone. There'd been an earthquake or something, and an angel pushed the stone away, and death could no longer hold this Jesus. And since Jesus has risen from the dead, impossibility has been defined differently. And now despair turns to hope, and disbelief to belief because of Jesus. And dear friends, I hope that you can experience that if you're in a difficult situation today, that you can look to the King of the Kingdom, and you can expect when you say, "Can you help me, Jesus?" that you hear his voice and he says, "Yes, I can help you. Do this, this and this." God bless you. Have a good day. You're Bob Hatton, your encourager.